My name is Don Gray. I'm head of Kent School of Architecture. I'd spotted an opportunity over a drama yard in the piazza behind the School of Architecture. I approached the university for the air rights to that yard. They bought into that and ran a competition for a new digital crit space for the School of Architecture.
We actually had, last year I found that sort of a lack of space, and the environment that we worked in last year was actually a bit like sort of cluttered. Now, this is actually a really pleasant environment to work in. Airy, spacious, all the sort of things you need to sort of just take a step back, relax and kind of open up your project. Personally, I think it does work. The light is right. The way that you can kind of close the wooden sort of shutter blinds and when you're actually presenting, make the room dark. It's really simple things actually that make this room work, but I think it's been pulled off really well, really, really elegant. I can't fault it so far. I'll let you know if I can.
Primarily we've used it for tutorials. The tutor will come in and we'll either go over the lecture we've had earlier that day, or he's just keeping an eye on our own personal progress. So it's a very sort of intimate space, you know, it's very one-on-one. I remember when it first went up and I looked at it and it was sort of rippling and it was sort of moving with me. So I actually stopped and looked at it and it's carried on moving, so I thought maybe it was one of those sort of optical illusions that sort of moved with you. And then I realised, oh no, they're plates that are moving in the wind, and I thought it was great. I think it's a really good, really great facade. I've always thought if you're an architect, you're not just designing buildings, you know, you're affecting people. These are buildings that people live and work in. I think it's really nice when you're helping people, so to speak. You know, you design a nice building, you improve their lifestyle. And if you surround yourself with good architecture, then hopefully it does rub off.
I think it's important, if you're a School of Architecture, if you have the opportunity to build new, that it's a marker for your ambition. And I think the digital crit space does that. So I'm delighted, of course, that it won Facade of the Year, World Architecture News. I'm delighted that it was on the cover of the Architect's Journal. That means it's not just a digital crit space that's of use to our students, but it's also a piece of architecture that's been recognised by our peers.